It is time to begin the Camino de Santiago. I'm finally feeling a little bit better, a little more healthy, but I need to leave this Airbnb and get started. I'm in Bilbao right now and struggling to pack. I have way too much stuff. This is my backpack that won't close. Some food for the day, some blister kit, health things, sunglasses, AirPods, my official passport. There's my first stamp from yesterday. That's kind of cool. At the cathedral here in Bilbao, and then more stuff: speaker, chargers, phone, portable charger. Whew, we got quite a day coming up, and let's get it started. Here it is, the beginning of my Camino in Bilbao, all the way to Santiago. Through the streets of Bilbao we go, finding the way of St. James. 30 minutes in, the city of Bilbao and the very beautiful valley are behind me. Feeling pretty good. I would say only about 399 more miles until Santiago. Day 2 begins in Portugalete, Spain, heading up to Castro Urdiales, about 28 kilometers. I woke up and the Swedish guy in the bed next to me was already gone, and that was at 6:15. So it's about 7:20 in the morning right now. Streets are quiet, it's a Sunday. Castro Urdiales, where I'm going, is somewhere way up ahead, way back there. Should be there sometime in the afternoon. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Just stunning landscape. Look at this view. Gracias por la habitación. Es fantástica. Muy bien. Sí, gracias. All right, everything's shutting down here in Castro Urdiales for dinner, I think. I'm gonna go jump in this water where it looks like there's a bunch of people. This little town is beautiful. This is why you do the Camino. You see everything. And this is no exception. Look at this. This walking is not good for my blisters. Forgot my sunglasses though. Day number 3, a little bit of a late start. I had to send my laptop ahead to Galicia because it was too heavy, along with some shoes and some clothes that I like. But 37 kilometers from Castro Urdiales to Laredo coming up. Day 2, first break. I'm about 15 kilometers in, another 22 or 23 left. So it's probably 5 more hours of hiking. I thought there would be somewhere to eat lunch in this little town of Rio Seco, but apparently not. So I just, at the grocery store, bought some meats, some Aquarius, some bread, some fruit. Day 4, leaving Laredo right now. I'm struggling a little bit. Something I ate yesterday or drank did not sit well with me, and I threw up 3 times in the middle of the night. So that wasn't good, not a very good sleep. I do have a little boat ride coming up over some water, and we'll see how far I get today. I need to rest. My body is it's fighting back. Starting day 5, I feel much better, a lot of rest last night. That hostel was, I just went there, I napped, then I showered, didn't eat, that's not great. And then I slept through the night. I'm trying to go to a famous albergue today that I think a lot of people are gonna try and go to. Seems like a really cool place. Apparently one of the best experiences on the Camino del Norte. Day 6 on the Camino del Norte. I need to kind of watch where I'm going because one false step to the right and I'm down a hill onto the beach and no longer making videos. But heading into Santander today. I'm heading to a boat that will take me across the bay into Santander. Had a fantastic experience, at the albergue last night in Güemes, the famous one that I read that you got to go to on the Camino del Norte. Day 8 getting started. I left the hostel pretty early, started walking at 8:30, trying to do 30 plus kilometers, and I just stumbled upon what I think are the Picos de Europa. All the way out there, clouds covering like the middle upper part, but you can see the tops of the mountains. Day 9, just crossed over into Asturias, walked across all of Cantabria in about a week, different comunidades españolas. It's my first time in Asturias and very pretty. See all around me, mountains, cows. Those are the Picos de Europa, somewhere behind those mountains. Day 10 was a quick one. Only went 14 kilometers, did it in about 3.5 hours. Got to the small town of Llanes. Here's a church. Very old, I'm sure. Oh, here's a plaque explaining the church. Looks like 17th century. Fantastic. And now I'm just wandering around this little town. I made some food as well. It's all starting to come together on day 11. I'm starting to understand a little bit more. A bunch of my new Camino friends from last night's albergue, La Estacion in Llanes, which was cool. They're just looking for albergues in whatever town happens to be 25 kilometers ahead, which is a great way to do it. It's probably the cheapest way to do it. Plan out where you want to go, plan out the next few phases, not plan it to a T, but figure out how far it is. And once you figure out how far it is, you find some albergues, the cheap ones in the area, in the area. And that's how you kind of go about your Camino. And day 12 right now, I'm more than halfway through. I got lunch and I'm trying to go back-to-back 35 kilometer days, which is a lot. That's, I don't know, like 22, 23 miles off the top of my head. Got to get to Oviedo before the rain comes in 2 or 3 days. And if I make it to my destination tonight, which I will, then that won't be a problem. So probably 2/3 of the way there. Right now, beautiful day. Had a small lunch, got some Wi-Fi, downloaded some pods. Day 13, my face is so red, I need some sunscreen. This is getting not smart. I've been walking with my new friend Nikki from the US all day. Having a great time, but we're on about 100 kilometers in the past 3 days, 60 miles, and my feet need to rest because I can feel all the blisters pulsating. Just finished day 14, only 16 kilometers into Oviedo, the capital of Asturias, but now I've got some food in this hostel, ready to cook and ready to relax before the final push. I'm going to try and make it to Santiago in 10 days, I think, maybe 9, something like that. It's supposed to be, or it's supposed to be 13. I'm going to try and make it 11, something like that. I'm going to try and cut a day or 2 off. And yeah, nice day today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we shall see. And I also need some shampoo in this hair too. Gross. Day 15 begins, leaving Oviedo in the rain. I don't know if you can really tell, but it's actually not coming down too bad right now, but it is somewhere in the high 50 degrees. Rain on and off today. I'm going to try and get as far as I can, which will hopefully be to this little town, Campo Llanero or something like that. Just so I could shave a day off in the next 4 days. Try to do the next 4 steps in 3 days would be sweet, but yeah, I've got the poncho now. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much because I'm not really prepared otherwise. But I think I can patch it together. The original Camino Primitivo. This is it. Day 16. I've been walking uphill for the past 2 hours. I think it's gonna end soon because I'm like 45 minutes from my lunch destination. But yeah, leaving Cornellana, heading to Tineo, just straight up. Very important to remember. What's that old expression about the worst day on the golf course is still better than the best day in the office? Well, as my feet are covered kicking up dirt onto the back part of my pants, and I walked through a pretty good rain for an hour, and it's still kind of coming down the mountains here on day 17, just because the weather seems like it's gonna turn every few minutes. Rain was not forecasted, but you got to remember on the Camino, you have to anticipate rain every day, and you have to anticipate rain multiple times per day. Day 18, just starting out in the morning. It's 9 a.m. I was expecting to get a little bit more of a breakfast after I had a delicious breakfast yesterday of some sweets, and I did not. So another lesson of the Camino. In addition to always expecting rain, which I expect rain today, even though it's not in the forecast, never expect to have a great breakfast, because some of these towns are tiny and they don't have a lot of provisions. Look at what I'm walking through on day 19. I can see maybe 100 feet in front of me, and it's windy. It's not freezing, but it's a little cold. I am wearing shorts and my feet are covered up, which is good. Sweatshirt is on. I'm sweating underneath it. I just crossed over from Asturias to Galicia on the Camino. I guess this is now, I've been to País Vasco, Cantabria, Asturias, and Galicia. So 4 comunidades. About 2.5 hours to my destination today, Fonsagrada. The day has looked like this the whole time. It was supposed to rain. My feet are covered up. It has not rained. This is how day 21 starts, the 3-week mark. Just foggy, low fog. It's very cold. It's like mid-40s right now. I'm trying to make up a ton of ground so that I can get to Lugo pretty early tomorrow and get a tattoo done, which I've wanted to get done relating to the Camino. That'll be cool. So I got a big day today, like 36, 38 kilometers to make it to an albergue that looked really cool. Day 22 of the Camino, it's actually nighttime. I was a little busy today when I arrived here. I'm at Lugo. This is the city wall. Got here, immediately got a tattoo, and then I cooked and watched Michigan play football on my phone, which was incredible. But man, what a cool place. What a beautiful little city. Day 23, I'm heading down a hill about 3 miles from my destination of Ferreira. Headed to what looks like a pretty neat albergue. We got a beautiful little countryside coming here. This is, I guess this is what the home stretch is, because the first 3 weeks was just up and down and up and down, and now it seems like there's not much more up. They're certainly up every day, but I mean, there were days where it was just like walking up for half the day. And then eventually you reach a high point, you go back down a little, but it always felt like I was walking up. And now, for the past 3 or 4 days, it feels like I've been walking down. Day 24 of the Camino, and the last difficult day, 34 kilometers from that albergue in Ferreira to Arthua. I'm going to stop for lunch in Melide, which is where the Camino Primitivo meets up with the Camino Frances. So apparently there will be a ton more people in about 3 hours. But day 25 of the Camino, I am 12 miles away from Santiago de Compostela. It feels great. Today was a very easy walk. I walked for 4 hours. I got to the albergue in O Pedroso before lunch, cooked lunch. It's been a great time. I don't know that I'm ready for it to end, but at the same time, I'm very ready for it to end and to not walk anymore. But also the satisfaction of getting there and completing it. It's gonna be great. This is it, day 26. Made it to Santiago. Just got my Compostela at the cathedral behind me. Saw some people from the Camino. Just a wonderful feeling. Absolutely awesome.